All right, let's jump right into this explainer and figure out how to get you back to adventuring way faster when things go sidewise in Immortal Realm. Because let's be real, no matter how seasoned of a player you are, you're eventually going to hit a wall, sometimes literally. And when things do go wrong, knowing exactly where to turn is literally the difference between losing 5 minutes of playtime and blowing your entire afternoon. We all know that universal gamer frustration, right? Getting stuck, losing your hard-earned gear, or just staring blankly at your screen having no idea what to do next. Well, getting a fast answer boils down to one absolutely crucial concept: help triage. Basically, if you route your specific problem to the wrong place, you're going to be waiting a very, very long time. So here is our definitive roadmap for the Shards support ecosystem. We'll be hitting 5 key areas. 1. Where to find help. 2. Staff-only support. 3. How to report bugs. 4. Community hubs. And 5. Asking better questions. Let's build out your complete survival manual.
All right, Section 1. Where to find help, the triage system. We are starting with the absolute basics of triage, getting your problem in front of the right people, so you aren't wasting your time or anyone else's. And it really comes down to a hard binary between what staff actually fixes and what players answer. Think of it like this. If you hit a game-breaking bug or a technical glitch, that goes straight to staff. But if you're wondering what build to run, where to hunt down a good guild, or you just want to dig into the lore behind a certain faction, you take all of that straight to the community via the forum or the in-game chat.
Now, a really crucial point here is understanding what /support actually means. When veteran players tell you to go to /support, they mean a web route on the Shards website, immortalrealm.online/support. It is used exclusively for submitting tickets. Guys, it is absolutely not an in-game bracket command. There is no support bracket command in the game client itself. You literally have to Alt-Tab and open your web browser. Moving on to Section 2, Staff Only, using /support, the surgeon. Let's take a closer look at the surgeons of the Shard, meaning the staff, and the super strict boundaries around what they actually fix when you use that web form.
There is a really stark contrast here. Support is strictly for broken game systems and account access issues. We're talking physically stuck characters, lost gear that vanished from a system error or a rollback, suspected cheating, or flat-out login crashes. Support is definitely not for asking what a Cherusian is. You can just check the Civic Orders page for that. It's also not a concierge service to ask for travel directions to Britain, economy tips, or asking the devs if the Shard is fun. Player questions belong to players. Support is reserved for things that literally only staff have the power to fix.
So, what if you are physically stuck inside a wall or some unreachable spot and you're starting to panic? Just breathe and follow these 4 steps. First, open that /support web root in your browser. Second, specify your character's name, your exact location, and exactly what you were doing when you got stuck. Third, just wait. And fourth, the staff will teleport and free your character. But here's a massive detail. Whatever you do not try to log in and out repeatedly while you wait. That can actually glitch your character further and make your stuck state so much worse. Now, the good news here is that urgent tickets, like being hard stuck or needing a critical gear rollback, those typically get resolved within hours. The staff is super responsive to those game-breaking emergencies. But just to set expectations, if you're submitting a standard bug report, expect that to take a day or 2. They need actual time to reproduce the issue on their end before they can even try to patch it. Which perfectly leads us to Section 3, how to report bugs, doing it right. This is an area where, let's be honest, gamers are notoriously terrible at providing useful info. I actually love this example because firing off a vague complaint like, "It's broken," or "Recall doesn't work," or "I lost my stuff," is pretty much the worst thing you can do. Like, what stuff? Where? When did it happen? Vague reports just force the staff to send clarification requests back to you, which completely bogs down the patching process for the entire Shard. Instead, you want to structure your report to hit all these specific fields. Tell them exactly what you did. "I cast Recall targeting my house rune." What happened? "I teleported but spawned completely stuck inside a wall." What you expected? "To be standing right in front of my house." You also need to include where it happened, like the Britain Bank Moongate, exactly when it happened in UTC time, your character's name, and the reproduction steps, like if you noticed it happened twice in a row. Listen, specific reports with exact details are the ones that actually get fixed. All right, Section 4, Community Hubs, Forums and Chat, the Waiting Room. Moving away from the staff side of things, let's explore the community where you can get answers from your fellow players.
The forum, which you find at the /forum web route, is really your go-to hub for community-scale asynchronous discussions. This is exactly where you want to go for deep dives into solo PvE templates, scouting out an active mid-size guild, dropping thoughtful feedback on game systems, or posing those long-form lore questions. Like, what exactly is the deal with the Velvet Hand faction anyway? It's also the perfect spot if you're a returning player trying to figure out what the heck changed over the last 5 years. On the flip side, if you need a real-time community, Discord is where you want to be. The link is right there on the Shards download page. Discord is absolutely incredible for casual chatting, firing off quick questions mid-session, coordinating massive group content or raids, and catching rapid-fire announcements that the staff push out way faster than the official email newsletters. And then for immediate, right now, in-game needs, like maybe you're asking if anyone is around to perform a last rites for you, or you're totally lost and need to find the New Haven Moongate, or you just want to know what time the convoy departs, use the local zone channel or the general chat. The Shard really does have a friendly culture, and the population is small enough that you'll usually get an answer pretty quick. Just remember the golden rule: don't spam. If nobody answers you right away in-game, just take a breath and drop the question in the forum or Discord.
Okay, Section 5. Asking better questions. The art of the ask. Because ultimately, it's not just about where you ask for help, but exactly how you ask for it. Whichever channel you decide to use, you absolutely need to include this kind of context. If you've got a build question, don't just broadly ask what's best. Include your current skill levels, your end goal, and your preferred play style. If you're asking a where do I find this kind of question, explain what you're trying to achieve and what you've already tried. Giving people this context upfront basically guarantees you a much better, faster, and way more accurate answer. You can be a phenomenal citizen of Immortal Realm just by avoiding these common traps. First, please stop using the staff support web route to ask for build advice. Seriously. Also, don't ask the exact same question 5 times in chat. It's just rude repeat spam and annoys everyone. Don't ask how Mortal Shock works without at least skimming the death and recovery walkthrough first. And definitely don't ask complete strangers in chat for a massive high-effort favor, like a full escort through the despised dungeon. Go make some friends and find a guild for that kind of heavy lifting. Using the triage system correctly doesn't just get you back to playing faster, it helps keep the entire shard running smoothly for everybody else. So, the very next time you find yourself stuck, frustrated, and about to fire off a cry for help, stop and consider for a second. What essential detail might you be leaving out? And the next time a nasty bug ruins your dungeon run, ask yourself, are you going to be the player who just complains vaguely into the void, or the one who knows exactly how to manipulate the system to get right back in the game?